Hello, welcome to another beautiful tutorial from the stable of BD's apparels. So today we'll be learning how to make this high-low flare top that you can wear on a tube or on a pants. I hope you are going to learn a great deal from this tutorial. Like we always say, this tutorial is very beginner friendly. Please subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell below so that when any new tutorial comes up, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's get right on to the tutorial. So here is my measurement. I have my shoulder 15, my armhole 17, the blouse length and the sleeve length. So you see that I created a start line on my pattern paper and I'm creating a box. I will I'll put the link to how to draft a basic bodice in the description below so that you'll be able to watch that and know how to draft a basic bodice pattern, a dartless basic bodice pattern. But you can still follow this. So I'm creating a box. This box I'm creating is just the my half of my bust circumference. So I divided my bust circumference to two. I used half of it. My bust circumference is 3 inches. I used half of it to create this box and the length of my blouse to create this box. I divided the width circumference into two again. So each section is just like a quarter of my bust circumference. So I'm measuring the shoulder. The shoulder is 13 divided by 2. I have 6.5 each. So for each box, which one will start for the front and one will stand for the back, I marked the shoulder. I created my neckline. My neckline for the front is 3 by 3 and my neckline for the back is 3 by 1. The depth is 1 inch while the width is 3. So I'm creating my shoulder slant. For the front, I slanted by 1 inch, while I slanted half inch by the back, and I created the shoulder slant from the neckline. So I'm marking the armhole. The armhole is 17 inches divided by 2. I marked 8.5 inches and I connected the shoulder slant to that point. Then I measured for the back too. I created the armhole. Yes, and I connected my two armholes. So I'm going to be dividing the armholes in the back armhole into two equal parts to get the. Can you see what I did there? I measured the armhole and the halfway I connected to the front armhole. It is on these both points I'll be measuring the across front and the across back measurements. The across front and the across back measurements. Please, I would like you to watch our tutorial on how to create a basic bodice pattern. You will understand this pattern better. So my cross front is 11 inches. I divided into two, half and half. Just for ease, I added half inch again. So it is the excess I'm deducting, and from that excess I'm creating my armhole for the front and the back. You notice that the front is deeper than that of the back. Yeah, that's okay now. So since it is a crop top and the full length of my crop top is just at the base of my armhole, you can see the style I showed you at the beginning of the tutorial. It's just at the base of my armhole. I don't really need my bust measurements. I don't need all that. I just need the measurement to the top of my chest, a little bit above my bust points. I marking the zipper allowance and I cut out my pattern. It's as easy as this. So you can see my pattern is ready. I'm just cutting out my pattern out. The pattern is ready. So it is this pattern we will use to cut the pattern for our crop top. It's as easy as that. So I'm cutting out the pattern right now. Here is the back pattern I'm cutting out. I'm starting from the armhole. So yes, I have my pattern ready. That's the center front and that's the center back. Yes, my patterns are ready. Can you see that? So that's my fabric. So placing my fabric on fold, I place my pattern on it and I add my allowances. On neckline, I add 0.5 inch. I added 0.5 inches round. I added only 1 inch on the side. On all the other parts, the armhole, the neckline, the shoulder, and the lower part of the pattern, I added half inch. Those uh, half inches are my sewing allowances, but on the side, just to be on the safe side, I added just 1 inch. So you can see that. So I'm going to be cutting out my pattern now. Yes, my patterns are ready. So what I need to do next is just to take my pattern to the sewing machine and start sewing. So that's the center front and that's the center back. This is center back and this is the center front. You can see that. So I've opened up my patterns. The center the front pattern is the lower part, which is a whole pattern, while the back is divided into two because we have zipper at the back. So the first thing I need to do is just to go and join at the shoulder and at the sides. I joined at the shoulder and at the sides. You can see it's almost ready. This eye loop top is so easy to make. So the next thing I'll do is just to measure round the base of the top and get the measurement of the base. When I get the measurement, I'm going to be cutting um a straight piece. Remember the back is high while the front is low. So I'm cutting I cut the back higher than the front. I think I used the measurement I used is like 4 inches difference. Now I just joined both together. I joined that of the back and joined that of the front. I joined that of the back and joined that of the front. Then I went in to get my zipper and I fixed my matching zipper to the blouse. Can you see that? So I fixed my zipper. You can see that the front is lower. The difference between the front and back is almost, I think, 8 inches. I can't really remember the amount of difference I used, but there's a very huge difference between the front and the back. Now I've cut my sleeve pattern. I'll put another link in the description box of how to cut a basic sleeve so that you watch that video and see how I cut out this basic sleeve. I also pleated at the base of the sleeve. So I fixed the sleeve right now. Can you see that? I fixed the sleeve right now. So the next thing to do is just to now see that the back and the front, there's this odd difference. I need to create a natural slope from the front to the back so that the eye low will look natural and curvy. There won't be this straight part that is just shooting out by the side. So I fold from the center and I'm going to use my curve. You can use any curve you have, whether your arm or curve or the other curves that you have, to create this natural curve. Just you can even use your hand if you don't have any curve with you. So I'm just going to create a curve by the side. This part I'm creating the curve is at the center, is at the side of the blouse. I just want the flare to transit naturally from the front to the back. I marked it, and because I wanted to picture what it would look like, I folded it in first to see what it would like so that I won't make a brutal mistake of cutting the wrong thing. So I've pictured how it's going to look like and I can see that it's okay. So I go on to cut that place away. So my curve is just going to transit naturally from the front to the back. Can you see that? Can you see that? We're almost done. So I just go on to the sewing machine and hem the base of this high-low with a bias binding the neck and the sleeve. And after doing that, you can see that my blouse is ready. Thank you for joining us in this tutorial. Please, I would like your comments, likes and share. So please share this video to all your friends. Thank you. We bringing in another beautiful tutorial very soon. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Please send your questions in the comment section and I'll be there to answer any of your questions. Thank you. Bye.